Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda Okolo. If you're just seeing this face of mine, and I'm a YouTuber here in Lagos, Nigeria. So I know you can already see from the title of this video that this video is a story time of my very first female friendship breakup. So I'm going to be spilling the tea. I'm going to be telling you guys what happened, why it happened, why we had to break up, why everything that happened, right? But before we head into the video, I'm going to be dropping a disclaimer. What did I say? I'm going to be dropping a disclaimer. So this video is not from a place of hurt. This video is not from a place of, oh, I don't like this girl, or oh, I hate this girl, or this video is just me sharing what I went through. No strings attached, right? So don't take it too personal, don't take it too serious, don't take it too, please. Thank you very much. So now let's head right into the video. So for those of you that do not know, I attended the private university. Should I say the name? Did I not say the name? I think I've said the name a lot of times on my channel. I attended a private university, and if you know a private university very well, you know that, okay, well, I guess that maybe there are some private universities that allow their students go out, but the private university I attended, you cannot leave out. Everybody's expected to live within the school premises, so you just come to school on the day of resumption and you don't go home or you don't go anywhere else until vacation day, right? Or any holiday, maybe Christmas holiday, summer break, and all of that. So now, and in my private school, we used to be like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in a room, depending on the size of the room. But this particular room, I think I was in 400 level at the time this incident happened. So at the 400 level, right, and I was in a room that had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was in a room that had 6 people. So in that room, I also had somebody that was in the same class as me, like same class, 400 level MLS. So because of that, we started, going to class together, cooking together, eating together, all of that, because my private school, they allow us school. So because of that, we started getting really close because we had a lot of things in common. We go to class together, cook together, eat together, go for different school programs together, because it just made sense because we were like classmates and roommates. So because of that, we started getting very close. So I stayed in that room. I think I stayed in that room for 2 years. No, not 2 years. I stayed in that room for 1 year because every year, every new academic year, they kind of like reshuffle us. So the room you were 100 level is not the room you be in 200 level. The roommates you had, like, they keep reshuffling us every academic year. So me and this particular girl, let's call her Amaka for the purpose of this video, we started getting very close because of all the things we had in common. It just happens that way. Even when I was 300 level, okay, I didn't have anybody that was my classmate, same department in 300 level, but you find out that most times when you have 2 people in the same department and the same level in a particular room, they get very close and begin to do things together because of the similarities and because of they have a lot of things in common. So yeah, because just imagine, I'm dressing up for class and she's also dressing up for the same class, so it only makes sense that when I'm done dressing up or when she's done dressing up, we wait for ourselves and walk to class together. So that's basically how our friendship started, although we've known ourselves since 100 level because we're in the same class. So we started getting close and mind you, me and this Amaka girl, we've been friends in 100 level, not like friends, but we're just this group of people that our Reggie numbers were close to each other, and we used to enter exams halls together. Like, in my school, we enter our exam hall according to your registration number. So like, it's not like she was a stranger to me as at the time when we moved into the room, but when we finally moved, like when we started staying in the room, we now became very close. So we now became very close, like we were doing everything together. I think that everybody knew that, oh, me and Amaka were very close. So in that 400 level, I think that this was like second semester. So there's this boy. I'm so sad that this friendship breakup is associated to a man, but you find out that most of the female friendship breakups that you hear about is always related to man, but this one is kind of like different, so just listen to me. So sometime in second semester, I met this guy while I was still in school. I met this guy on Instagram. Let's call the guy, or we call him Chinedu. Let's call him Chinedu. So I met this guy on Instagram, and apparently he attended my school, but he has graduated, right? So we started talking almost every day, chatting, talking, and all of that. So because of the fact that me and my friend Amaka are in the same room, when you're in the same room with somebody and the person is talking to a man, you will know. When a girl or your friend has started talking to a man, you will know, especially when you're in each other's face. So she knew about it, and I used to gist her about it. In fact, I used to tell her everything about it and all that. So she knew she knew the details of the whole thing. There's nothing that happens between me and Chinedu today that I don't tell her. See what happened today? Well, Chinedu said this, that kind of thing. So, like I said, in a private school, you're expected to stay in school. You're not allowed in my school. You're not allowed to go anywhere. You cannot take exit to go anywhere. So, what usually happens is that when school vacates, you and your friends or your clique of friends or whoever you're dating at the time just go to the nearest place, like go to the nearest, like just go into, maybe for instance your school is in Ogun State. When school vacates, you and your friends or your people basically will just go to somewhere like Lagos to chill before they go home, spend about 3 days, 4 days before they go home. So that was the case. But when school vacated, me and Amaka decided that, we don't want to go home straight up, let's just go somewhere, lodge in a hotel. And it was just me and her, like girls. It was not like there was any man or something. Let's just go somewhere, lodge, spend a few days before we go home, like relieve ourselves of the whole, because we had just finished exam at that time. Relieve ourselves of the whole exam and the whole thing before we go home to meet our family. Probably go to the cinema, watch some movies, go eat, take pictures. That was literally just what we usually do. So when it was time we moved, found a very nice hotel, stayed, like we're just chilling out. And mind you, this guy talking to, he stays in Abuja. He was inviting me to come to Abuja, but guys, there's some things that my heart does always carry me to do. So I couldn't do that because it was like I told you guys, I started talking to him that semester, and it was just online. I've never seen him before, so I cannot up and go and meet a man just like that. My life is very important to me, so I didn't go. And Jesus, I almost said that name. I didn't go, and Amaka knew about it, so he even offered that, okay, let him come to where we are so that he can see me. I knew what I was avoiding. I didn't know this guy so well, so I told him not to come. So that I wanted to have like an alone time with my friend, my bestie, Amaka. So it happened that one evening, me and Amaka, we didn't go anywhere that day. We were just indoors. So sometime in the evening, around that 7, one of her friends from my school, that's a guy, just called us and said, I heard that you are around though. Like, because he also left school, but he has not gone home that time. He was still hanging around. Guys, when my school closed, the number of hanging around, in fact, the neighboring states around my school, they all used to know that my school has closed because almost all the hotels will be filled up. So one guy that is her friend just reached out to her and said, I heard that you are around though. That far, you don't want to go to club, like views on me, that kind of thing. Everybody in the club will be like my school people, so it will be safe. So she told me about it, and I'm like, okay, let's go. I think that was not the first time. I think that was like my second time of going to the club. And when I was in school, I was really an introvert. I am still an introvert, but I know that I'm far better than where I was, right? So that night we got ready and we went to the club, and like we said, most of the people in the club were like my school people, so it was people we knew, so we were just having fun and all of that. So in the club there, I now noticed that there were 2 guys that were not like my school people. They were just looking at me and Amaka. You know that kind of thing when the guy is checking you out in a club. Amaka even told me that, how fast these guys, they are looking at us, so that kind of thing. I just ignored because, like I said, I was a serious introvert. I was not even interested in all these things. So you know, when the guy wants to move to you in a club, after looking at you, the next thing is to start finding his way gradually. So I started noticing that he was coming closer to us. He would dance, come here. Before you know, dance, come here, dance. The next thing I knew, he was like literally on our table, right? So the next thing, instead talking to, like there are two guys that they were both friends, so it's as if they just planned in their head that, oh, these two people, these two girls are friends, so maybe when we go and meet them, you take this one, you take this one. So they came to our table and one of them was talking to me, one of them was talking to Amaka. When I was tired of staying in the club and youthing, I told Amaka, how far, let's book our ride and go home. I'm tired, after all, time has gone. I said, okay, no problem. So we went home that night. When I woke up the next morning, in fact, Amaka was the person that woke me up the next morning. She said, how far that Jerry is downstairs. I'm like who is Jerry? And I said, you don't know those people we met yesterday in the club. I started thinking, because I drank a lot of things and it's not easy. When you finish drinking, the next morning it's not easy for you to kind of like remember everything that happened the night before. So after thinking for a while, like, okay, I remember. So but how did they, and the funny part is that the so-called Jerry was calling my phone. Like, I saw the number, I didn't give him my number, I didn't even collect his number or anything, but a number was calling my phone and I picked it and he said, hi, it's me, I'm Jerry, I'm downstairs. So I'm looking at my Amaka like, what's happening? Did you give them my number? I said, yes, that she gave Jerry my number. I'm like, well, why would you be giving Jerry my number when it was not Jerry that was talking to? Like, why did you not just give your own number to the guy that was talking to you? She just said one thing and one thing. So we went downstairs and met him. It was like, oh, him and his friend were there. They're like, oh, that they just came to check up on us, that can they take us out, that kind of thing, to go and eat. I'm like, okay, she used to go and eat. I could dress up because I just woke up, I'm not eating. I could dress up and we headed out. We finished eating. We came back to the hotel. So in the night, around that 8 o'clock, Amaka now told me that, how far, Jerry, they are coming to take us out. I'm like, they are coming to take us out. That's these people, we just met there. This is not what we came here for. We just came to chill and rest. Which one are you saying that? And the next day I was supposed to go back home because I had already stayed like 3 days. And then I was a student, so I didn't have so much money to be spending on all this waka and hotel bill, right? I was like, which one are these? Are you saying they're coming to take us out? Now say, I beg, they're coming to take us out. This is our last night before we go. I'm like, okay, no problem. So they eventually came by 9 p.m. They both came in different cars. So when we were downstairs, they now said that we're going to go somewhere, but that the party is starting by 11 p.m. So we should just chill. Maybe just chill in the compound of the hotel or in their cars and wait till that time. I said, okay, no problem. So the one that planned that I was going to talking to me was by my side, and the one that planned was going to talking to my friend Amaka was with her, and we're just talking. So he was not the one that was talking to me, was just saying plenty things, and me, I was not interested in him. That's the truth. And me, I was not interested, so I was not really giving him the vibe that he wanted. So he was not really happy, and he was now looking at my friend and his friend and how they were gisting and laughing. So the thing was paining him. So he now told me, okay, that he's coming, that he wants to go and tell his friend something. He now went to where his friend was. I was looking at him for where I was standing. He now dragged my friend Amaka to one side. I think he now told her that, how far, your friend is not responding. I think that he told her something in that line. Because the next thing I saw, Amaka came to meet me and dragged me to one side and started telling me that, how far, that Jerry is complaining, that he's talking to you, you're not answering him, bro. What do you mean by I'm not answering him, bro? I'm answering him. Which other type of answer does he need? She now said, I know you very well. Anytime you're talking to a guy, you're not interested in talking to she now said, I know you very well. Anytime you're talking to a guy, you're not interested in talking to any other guy. I know that it's because you're talking to Chinedu. That's why you're not answering Jerry. That, I mean, please loosen up. I'm like, what do you mean losing up? I just met this person. Am I supposed to be jumping on his head? But guys, the next thing she said was the thing that scattered my head. Like I told you guys, I was already talking to Chinedu. Like we're already texting, chatting, and all these things, and we're almost in the process of getting into a relationship, and I really liked him at the time. I've already said having feelings for him because I mean, it's been like 3 months we've been chatting and talking. I think 3 or 2 months. So guys, the next thing that she said was what scattered my head. She was like, even this Chinedu that you're taking seriously safe. Let me just tell you, she called the girl's name that is also my roommate, but I will not call her name. Let me call her Temidayo. She now said, even this Chinedu that you're even taking seriously like this, let me just tell you, Chinedu has been texting Temidayo in our room. I'm like, Temidayo at the time was in 100 level, like 100 level. And Chinedu has been texting Temidayo like, if you think I'm joking, let me even show you the chat that Temidayo has been giving me the gist, and she had been showing me the chat. She now opened her phone and showed me the chat. And I saw the chat. I saw all the things that Chinedu was, my supposed Chinedu that I was already falling for, or I've already been falling for, was telling Temidayo. In my head, I'm like, I now told her that I don't understand. So you know that I have started liking this Chinedu. I've been gisting you about everything that has been going on between me and him, right? And you know that, you know everything that has been going on, and you're also aware of the fact that he has also been texting Temidayo. You even have the chats. So why didn't you tell me about it since? Why are you just saying it now? Like, why are you just saying it now? Why didn't you tell me about all the times when I've been gisting you about Chinedu and you've even been hyping him, that kind of thing, hyping the whole thing? Why are you just saying it now that you know that Chinedu has been texting another person and you didn't tell me? You say, I beg, forget that thing. That's not the issue right now. The issue right now is that you talk to Jerry, answer him well, please. The next thing, she walked out and went back to her man, or her supposed man. And Jerry came back to me, and when he came back to me, when he was talking, I was just nodding my head. The only thing I could think of was, like, I was broken. Not like I was broken, but I was sad. I was very sad. I was sad for two reasons. Number one, I was sad because, like, why is Chinedu texting me and texting Temitope? Is that Temidayo? Why is he texting me and texting Temidayo at the same time? Like, I don't understand. And number two, why was my friend, my very good friend, my so-called friend, aware about this and she didn't tell me, even though I was always telling her everything that was going on between myself and Chinedu? So I was just very, very sad at that time. So it was time for us to go for the supposed party. We moved to the party. When we were even at the party, Jerry even noticed that I was not okay. Like, at the point, I had to even tell him that, see what's going on. He now took me out of the party, downstairs to a quiet place, and we started talking. He now started telling me about friends and how they can always, like, how friends can hurt you and all of that without thinking. So when he saw that, okay, this girl, there's nothing that he will say now that will make me, he was even feeling for me. Like, he now went upstairs and told my friend that, okay, he's going to take me home, that when she's ready, his own friend will bring her back to the hotel. So Jerry took me to the hotel. I went upstairs. Like, when I got upstairs, I was crying, guys. I was, the one that was feeling me most is that I was feeling like a fool, because everybody in the room kind of like had an idea that, oh, Amanda is talking to a guy. Because the room is just a room that you have 8 people, I mean 7 people, and girls, they don't like to mind their business. So when a girl is talking to a man in the room, you always know, because every morning they're calling you, every night they're calling you, you're talking small. So I felt stupid, because I knew that the so-called Temidayo that is 100 level knew that Chinedu was texting me. I knew that she knew. That's why she told Amaka. And Amaka, that I trust so much, that's my friend. Like, guys, I felt stupid, because Amaka is somebody that I was always giving gist about what was going on between me and Chinedu. I was always giving gist. Like, she was even in support of me going to Abuja to see Chinedu when Chinedu said I should come and see him. Like, I was just thinking about the whole thing, and I'm just like I was so disappointed. I was so sad, guys. I cried. Like, I told you guys already that the next day I was supposed to go back home. So when she came back to the hotel, I didn't even talk to her. I didn't ask her if there was a problem, because she came back very late at night. I was already sleeping. So the next morning I woke up, packed my things, and I told her bye, and I went home. When I go home, guys, I was so sad. I felt stupid. Like, there's nothing as painful as, it's even like, I think I would have felt better if Chinedu was texting somebody else that was not in my room. But he was texting somebody in my room, and I was too sure that most of the people in my room knew what was happening, and I was the only person in the dark. Because how does my very close friend Amaka, how do you have the screenshot of the chat between Chinedu and Temidayo, and you did not tell me? You're just showing me now when we're outside, just because you want me to cooperate with the situation on ground so that you can have your phone. Guys, I felt so stupid when I go home, and thankfully that was the long holiday. That was the end of 400 level. So coming back to school, we're entering like 500 level. So like I told you guys, they always change our rooms every year. So coming back to school, you're coming back to meet yourself in a new room. So I was just very happy that okay, when I go back to school, I'm leaving that room, because I did not know how I was going to continue staying in that kind of room. Like, guys, I don't know if you are getting it, but guys, I felt betrayed. I felt stupid. I wasn't like, the fact that Chidi was texting anybody was not even hurting me as much as the fact that okay, my friend that we did literally everything together knew about it, and she didn't tell me. And then even the so-called Temidayo, that's my roommate, I mean, once in a while we eat together as a room. We cook like indomie together, sit down and eat from the pot. Like, we were like sisters. I'm not blaming Temidayo, because I mean she was my junior, so it's not like we're very, very close. But me and Amaka, guys, that was my very first, like, when I came back, and I made sure I came back to school very early so that I could pack my things from that room before anybody. Like, I came back 2 days before resumption, pack my things from that room to my new allocated room, and that was the end of my friendship with Amaka. Even Temidayo, sometimes I know that Amaka eventually told Temidayo that, oh, Amanda has found out too. But when the Temidayo, when I see her, I started giving all of them space, everybody in the room, because I just felt stupid, guys. I felt very stupid. Just let me know what you think about this whole thing in the comment section, because it's a different thing when Amaka finds out and tells me in a different manner than when you're telling me just because you want me to like I don't know the words to use, but the points are the moments are the time at which she told me this thing was very wrong. So imagine that we didn't like decide to go home, we didn't decide to hang out and spend some time like outside school. So does that mean I will never find out about it? You're telling me because you want me to open up and like be free and talk to another guy. That's what you're telling me, just so that you can have your own phone. And guys, it was just a mess. And like I said, I was happy that they moved me to a new room, and it was a new year, it was a new level and all of that. So that friendship, I think there are a lot of people in my department knew that we were having issues, because how do you go from almost every day or everywhere being with this person and you know? But it was not my business. I felt betrayed. The betrayal was too much. So guys, that's the end of my story. Just let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comment section. Sometimes when I think about this thing, when I think about this thing, I'm like, okay, I think that I was a bit too harsh, because I completely cut off Amaka. Like, I cut her off. Like, me and her are going to see eyeball to eyeball. So when I graduated, this thing happened 400 level, when we're about to enter 500 level. That's like final year. So when I graduated, I reached out to her on WhatsApp too. I'm like, what's up? It's been a while. I just want to let you know that I don't hold anything against you, blah blah blah. So currently I won't have a number. I used to view her status and all of that, and if there's any celebration, I wish her well, like congratulations, happy birthday, things like that. So I think that I was a bit harsh at the time when this thing happened by completely cutting her off. But at that time I felt too betrayed. Thinking about it now, I also feel like now I don't think I can trust her again, because I mean, it is too. Imagine that I was supposed to get married to Nonso tomorrow. Does that mean you know something that you not tell? Why am I saying this guy's name? Oh Jesus. that's my very first, and I guess only. I'm not the type of person that knows how to keep a lot of friends, so I don't have so much story times on friendship breakup. This was my very first friendship breakup, and the only one, I guess, so far. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Let me know what I did wrong or what I did right, or what anybody did wrong in the comment section. So we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video and you want more story time like this, please do let me know, and your wish is my command. So see you in my next video. Bye.